Hello, hello, everyone. Your girl is here. Your girl is here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're doing timeless all signs. I know the hour is late. I just got off of work. But we're here. Normally I would let you guys pull a sign. So if you guys just so happen to be in here and want to call zodiac signs, you can. I will have timestamps for everything after the live. We're using the Vice Versa Tarot. I've got a couple other decks around just in case I feel guided to pull them. But man, your girl is here. I'm not dead. My brain is half fried. I've got at least half my sanity. Work has been so nuts. It's been so nuts for like 3 months. I am still like major catching up on life. I just missed y'all so damn much. I missed y'all so damn much. I had energy after work tonight and I was like, that's it. I had energy after work. I was like, that's it. I'm going live. So we are just going to start through the zodiac. Unless y'all, like I said, pop in and want to call signs. We're going to start with Aries. Get my timestamp in there. All right, Aries. So let's see. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Any significant Arian placements. The house that Aries rules for you. What is going on? What is going on with Arian energy at this beautiful divine time that you are meant to catch it? All right, we got the Magician in the back face. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Swords in the back face. And the Three of Coins. Give me some insight, clarities, please. Five of Coins on the Magician. There they are. Okay. All right. So Aries, the Fool is out. I got your energy out here. It's also Uranian energy. I've also got Leo and Gemini out here. Possibly Virgo as well. Top of the deck is the Eight of Cups. Hey, Risa, how you doing? Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. All right, Aries. You might, so I'm being real drawn to the fact that the lightning on this deck hits the tree, and trees are always an indicator of family. So the divine may have touched events in such a way that a familial structure may be rearranging and or collapsing altogether so that a new one can be built. You're definitely walking away from something that is not fulfilling at all. And you're looking to find someone who is more emotionally mature and honest. That or you are turning into someone who is more emotionally mature and honest. Someone who looks at truth as a victory. Someone who has kinder, softer words and demeanor in general. Someone not soft like weak, but emotionally soft and strong, right? moving towards that kind of person or becoming that kind of person. The Magician here in the back face with the 5 of coins. In this face, the back face. If you're dealing specifically with a Gemini, then the Gemini might be feeling like they are trapped with nothing. Or if you have strong Gemini or Virgo in your chart, you could be feeling trapped inside of a place that feels empty, that's driving you a little crazy. For some reason, because the Magician is ruled by Mercury, and he's, you know, holding his head and almost like trying to silence the thoughts inside of his head. You might be in an environment that is either really loud to where you can't focus, or you feel like wherever you are, even if it's with people, you might feel alone and feel like it's driving you insane. Okay. I think a part of you is looking to kind of see some opportunity to unblock your throat chakra. I think the only way for you to seize opportunity is to unblock your throat chakra, right? Because I'm looking at these 2 cards here. The Page of Pentacles is like carpe diem, you know, like seize the day, seize the moment kind of thing. And it's what you're thinking about. It's in the nighttime, right? There's no daylight there. So it's in the subconscious. But what you are thinking about subconsciously is actively clearing your throat and saying what needs to be said, right? It's something that you're sincerely thinking about, whether or not you want to take this opportunity to really connect. And like I said, maybe find yourself in a place of being more almost brutally honest, right? Hey, honey, how you doing? We've got the 9 of Swords, then followed, clarified by the 2 of Wands. And in this phase, you could see like the shadows are starting to take form, almost as if they're emerging from the walls. And there's this beautiful view, right? This window that you can possibly choose, like a window of opportunity, but it's blocked by all of these swords. It's all of these thoughts. It's all of these thoughts, right? And I think that staying on pause with the 2 of Wands in that space, your shadows or your demons are going to start to manifest and become very real, right? They're going to become very real if you stay where you are. And I think you're really considering the opportunity, right? If you look at these 2 cards, you know, the Page is holding the Pentacle here, and the 2 of Wands, the figure is holding the orb. And I feel as if you're really looking at that new dawn, like, how do I get it? Like, I could see the dawn out there, right? I could see the dawn inside the window, and all of these crazy thoughts or all of these other people and the voices inside your head are keeping you from it. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles with the Fool. And in this phase with the 3 of Pentacles, it's the finishing stone. It's putting the last piece in place. You know, the rose is here. And the lily and the Fool is there. And so you have this kind of alpha to omega, right? Beginning and end. And I think that where you find yourself by the end of all of this is this place of, I'm finishing it out, right? Because these are very similar kind of scenes, right? Similar scenes. And you're putting the final piece together here. The upward triangle on the stone is masculine energy. And it's all about action and choosing and taking control of your trajectory, right? Taking control of your life. And I think you're completely taking a leap of faith in a new direction, which validates the 8 of Cups that was on the bottom of your deck. So, or the top of your deck. So I feel like wherever you're at right now might be making you feel crazy. Because maybe a part of you feels like you can't leave it, but you absolutely can. And a part of you might not know how to move forward from it. But I think once you tune into that vibration of truth and seizing your truth to create the opportunity, that you are going to find yourself in a very forward momentum relief from where you've been, right? Because you've been very stuck, right? You might have felt very stuck, like you can't speak, or that your words mean nothing, or, you know, no matter what you try and say, no matter what you try and do to appease the situation, appeasement is not resolving it. Truth might, though, right? Truth might, though. So Aries, I hope that helps. There is definitely a wish come true on the other side of it, right? If you look at the shooting star, and between now and then, I wish you nothing but the best. It will get better. Free will is a thing. So if you choose not to speak up, you know, then you choose not to speak up, and you want to stay stuck, that's fine. You know, you can choose it of your own free will. But I think if you are on a journey to master yourself and really take control and be in that emperor energy that is your card, I think that being direct and honest is probably your best bet. All right. Almost your birthday. Happy early birthday. All right. So you guys can call the next sign. I just did Aries. You guys can call any sign though. And I'll just do the signs in the order that you guys call, and then default to whatever along the way. You guys can let me know what sign you want me to do next. Otherwise, I'm going to default to Taurus. Pisces and then Gemini. All right. Pisces and then Gemini. Done deal. All right, so Pisces, timestamp. Spirit, please. What is going on? Cancer and then Virgo? Okay. What is going on with Pisces? What is going on with Pisces? Piscean energy, sun, moon, rising, any significant Piscean placements, the house that Pisces rules for you in your birth chart. What is going on with Piscean energy, please? Spirit, what do we need to know for this beautiful, divine, timeless moment? Whenever you are meant to catch it. What is going on with Pisces? Pisces. Clarities, please. Who are you afraid of? I'm going to say this right now. You let your fear take control of your choices, it's going to backfire on you. It's going to backfire. Okay? I'm giving you a heads up now. Scorpio and then Taurus. All right. We've got the Page of Wands on top and the King of Coin on bottom. And in this this face, look how smug that motherfucker is. He's my smug asshole card in this deck. He is. Hey, don't drink the Kool-Aid. How you doing? Welcome to Pineapple Patrons, honey. And don't drink the Kool-Aid for that matter. How you doing? All right. So Pisces. I think it's interesting too because the Queen of Coin came out in the spread and you do have the King of Coin on there. The Page of Wands. Ooh, and the Devil's under that. Listen. Nine of Wands is under that. Five of Swords is under that. So Pisces, you may have a serious fear of confrontation. A serious fear of confrontation. Feeling like maybe because you've burned so many bridges before, or you've seen so many bridges burn around you, or you've had so many people walk away over one stupid argument or one stupid conversation or one stupid disagreement. Like your point of view and their point of view just didn't match up. And so like all of a sudden someone's walking out of your life and it's like, what the fuck? Like we just don't agree. Like, do you really have to be like that? Like we can't even talk and be friends no more. You know what I mean? Like I think that Pisces is dealing with this fear of ruffling feathers and losing people. Because like I said, maybe you've already gone through quite a few losses. And in this case, it might be someone you're very close to, right? Someone who is suited. So you either are family or partners, right? Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Yeah, you're either family or partners, right? Because you share the same suit. There's the family you're born into and the family that you choose. So family or partners, but I think you're a little afraid because we've got this King of Swords in the back face energy that's clarifying that Queen of Coin. The Queen of Coin is clarifying that King of Swords, and the King of Swords is looking at the lightning and looking at the storm clouds ahead of them. And I was curious about who that storm was, and the clarity card came out and it was the Queen of Coins. So regardless of your gender, you may be in the masculine role where you are the creator of the experience and someone else is doing a lot of the receiving of the experience, right? Like we're talking about the breadwinner or the one who is constantly setting up the dates or constantly reaching out first, right? The masculine energy takes action. So if you are in the masculine energy, you're either providing for and creating the environment, the experience for other people, right? Or you are the one making the relationship happen and doing a lot of the initiating, right? Being the masculine energy. And I think you're afraid of having a conversation with the person that has been receiving all of your energy, right? Where you've been investing your energy. You might not be so happy with the way things have been as of lately. Maybe you haven't been happy with it for a while, right? Maybe they just did one thing that you were just like, ooh, what the fuck? Like for real? Like that's the route you took? Like that's the choice you made? Like that's how you're talking to me? Like, you know, there's something about the Queen of Coin that I want to say, ooh, there's something about the Queen of Coin energy, right? Regardless of their gender, they could be male or female or somewhere in between. It doesn't matter to me. But I feel like whoever is on the receiving end of your energy knows how much you've invested in them. And you might find yourself too proud to walk away or take the loss. And they know it. It's almost like they're like, go ahead and say some shit to me. Like, go ahead, say some shit to me. Say some shit. Especially if you have secrets and don't think they know. but they either do know or they already got a feeling and they just need the confirmation. Hey, Lala, how you doing? I feel like whoever the king of coin is has the energetic resource. Either they have the financial resource, they have the emotional resource, they have the physical or mental resource. Like they have that energy to give. They are the resource. And the queen of coin is benefiting, and they know they're benefiting. And they're like, I dare you to say some shit, because they know that you are in a position where you don't actually want to lose them because you've lost a lot already. And you're afraid of the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, you're afraid of it. You don't know what success, what victory, what positive outcome or happily ever after looks like. And I don't think you realize how much you are subconsciously kind of sabotaging yourself with familiarity. Okay. Because you're juggling right now. The two of coins with the Fool card. I think a part of you is putting on a show, right? In the daylight, a part of you is putting on a show, putting on a facade, putting on an act, right? Wanting everybody to look at certain things, but inside your mind where you're not expressing it, you want to move forward. Like you don't know what to do. And so you're kind of going through the motions of putting on this juggling act in your life. The thing is, the Tower hits, the mask cracks, and the Ace of Swords came out reverse, clarifying it. So being dishonest or not being real, like that's going to crack right open. And you're going to realize this whole thing that you were building, right? This whole time you were building this tower, it was empty and broken, right? It was empty and broken the whole time. And I think that you trying to put on a happy face and pretend like it's not a problem or it's not bothering you, is not going to work. Your momentum is at a complete halt, right? Your momentum is at a complete standstill. And it's because you're just simply not being honest. You're not being honest with whoever it is that's receiving your energy, right? If it's a 90-10 give take and it's not fucking fair and you're not being honest about it, and you're kind of just hoping they'll give a little more eventually, you know, and it'll be more fair eventually, and they'll pick up, you know, the slack eventually. I think you're mistaken. I think you're mistaken. They're not going to pick up their slack. They're not going to contribute equal to the dynamic that you have with them. And I think you're realizing that you're building something that's just empty. Like you're the only one feeding it, you know? And like no shade to the person you're giving to. I'm sure they have great potential, but potential and reality is two completely different fucking things. And this person's not living in their in their potential. They're living in a reality where they're like, bet, say some shit to me. I know you don't want to lose me. Say some shit to me, because I'll throw the fact that I'm walking in your face. Say some shit to me and tell me you want me to do more or be better. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But you've got, you know, that devil underneath the page. Like, you know, you've got to reinvent yourself, but you're addicted to this victim mentality and are afraid of people walking away. And so you're overcompensating, you're over-sacrificing your energy so that people don't leave. And in the meantime, you're just being fucking taken advantage of. Yeah, you're just being taken advantage of. You're afraid to lose people, and so you overgive so that they don't leave. But the reality is they're just taking. They're not leaving. You got that. They're not leaving. But what you have to do to keep them there, like, come on now. The people who are meant to be in your life who love you, like reciprocity is easy. It's easy. People who care about you give for the sake of giving just because they want to. They want you to be happy. They want you to smile. They want to take the pressure off you. They love you when they care about you. Like, you shouldn't have to force that out of people. If you got to force it out of people, or your fingers crossing, hoping for it out of people, well, you aligned yourself with the wrong people. God knows, I would rather be alone than deal with fucking takers. I would rather be alone. You know? Fuck that. So Pisces, you can bring the Tower yourself and flip that Ace of Swords upright and just be really fucking honest and cut it where it needs to be cut, right? Cut it off. And if you don't, at some point, you will either give yourself into oblivion to where you've got nothing left, and then they'll just leave because there's nothing left to give. Or they'll find someone who is capable of giving more and leave anyway, and then all you gave was for nothing. Right? Literally. Yeah, take your fucking power back. Hell yeah, it's yours. Thus, my power. It's mine. Yeah, take it back. They need to find their own. They can find their own power. They need to level up. You leveling up gives them permission to level up. Right? Do them a favor. All right. Gemini. Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising. Any strong or significant Gemini placements, or simply the house that Gemini rules for you in your chart. What do you need to know at this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you are catching this? I've got Gemini, then Cancer, then Virgo, then Scorpio, then Taurus. You guys can still call out Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aquarius. What do we need to go on? Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Miss Honey. What is going on with Gemini? What is going on with Gemini? What do we need to know, please, Spirit? What is going on with the gems? Oof. Okay, clarities. Someone's being fucking nasty because something's over. Queen of Swords in reverse. She's a bitch. Could be dealing with another air sign. I've got Taurus energy out here. I got Leo out here. Eight of Wands is on top. Page of Cups is on the bottom. Really? Justice was underneath the page on the bottom of the deck. You could have strong or significant Libra or be dealing with one. Gemini, I don't know who the quote-unquote bitch is. Because it's either one of three things. Either you're the one being a bitch, right? Clear possibility. You're the one being an absolute bitch because something's over. Or you are dealing with someone who is a real bitch because you've ended something. Or someone is being labeled as mean or a bitch, when really there's probably a reason why they're treating you that way, right? It might have something to do with accountability, right? Why something ended. Because the Queen of Swords in the upright is very honest and clear in her communication. So if something's ending, the Queen of Swords in reverse can also be like real manipulative, or even like someone who gaslights or plays on heartstrings, or, you know, is looking for some kind of means to an end. Gemini, I think you're sorry. With the Page of Cups on top, there's some amount of compassion that is being felt. I would check your Gemini placements if you're cross watching for a Gemini. But I think you already intuitively know it's done, like done. Underneath that Eight of Wands is the World card. It's over, right? Whatever it is, or whoever it is that you are dealing with, it's over. Like, World card done. And you might be having a hard time admitting that to yourself. If you're in that position of, maybe accusing someone else of being mean or being a bitch or whatever, or maybe they're being short with you or something, like you might be having a hard time understanding or recognizing that it's over. The accountability factor, and how someone exits says a lot. If someone respects you on the way out, you guys can end on good terms. But if someone is being short with you, they're ignoring you, they're being petty with you, they're being snippy with you, they're being defensive, they have their guard up. Like, I think that there's a reason for it. I might get a little nosy, Gem. Because someone got out the woods. It's a soulmate, right? Past life soulmate. Someone found some balance within the self. The Three of Wands in this space with the Six of Cups. Someone is left alone in the house in the dark, and someone else got out of the woods. Someone popped into their masculine energy and got out. And whatever is being communicated, I think what's being communicated, and it's taking a lot of strength for them to communicate it, is the fact that they're tired. They're tired. It's draining for them. I think that someone is in their strength. And whoever is being honest is pissing someone else off who's still lying to themselves. I think that with the Hierophant and the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups being in this space, right? I feel as if someone has married their light, married their masculine energy, and choosing what was best for them. And they feel like they have no other option, right? That's the thing about the Seven of Cups in this space. And this space, they don't know what to do because there's so many choices to make and none of them are good. And they feel like they have to pick one. And because they don't like any of the choices, they don't pick any. And it feels like you're drowning, right? But in this space, the option is clear. right? The option is clear, and it's the light within the self. And I feel like someone has definitively chose it. Feminine energy. Feminine energy has chosen it. If you would resonate as the feminine, because it's the feminine in the strength card that's unclogging the lion's throat, and the same feminine face is there inside the light. Double bonus if you're blonde. But yeah, someone is they're fucking tired of doing everything. They're tired of doing it all. And they're leaving someone behind in the castle by themselves. Because they don't want to drown anymore. They don't want to feel like they're drowning. There may be even someone here who's married to their escapist ways, or they're married to their addictions or something like that. Like they say you only have one love. Well, if this person has addictions, or this person has an escapist mindset where they don't take responsibility for themselves, and they have an attachment to not being responsible, and they have an attachment to not holding themselves accountable and just pointing the finger and blaming at other people, right? That's the person that's being left behind. That's the reason why. And maybe, the person being quote unquote nasty or mean isn't really being mean so much as the truth hurts. Because you can only have one love, and whoever I'm talking to, they're like, yeah, but it's not me. You can only have one love, and it's not me. So I'm going to pull a couple cards real quick. I want some more clarity. What is this for the viewer? I feel like there's more. Yeah. Someone is a gift, and they're not being treated like the main female. Someone is a gift, and they're not being treated as the main female, meaning they are not receiving, right? Regardless of gender, they are not receiving. Someone is a gift, and they are not receiving that same energy in return. A gift, a blessing, right? A present in life that you were meant to receive and enjoy, and they're not being treated like the gift that they are. And so it's closed. It's closed. It's done, right? It's done. That 8 of Wands with the World card, it's done. Someone's like, you don't see my value, but I do. But I do. I see my value. So if you don't see it, I'm going to let you go and find someone who can see me for the gift that I am, and love me or respect me or reciprocate that energy. Because they're like, if you can't appreciate the fact that I'm a gift, I don't want to be around you. Like it's over. It's over. We're going to move forward into Cancer. Move forward into Cancer. Then Virgo, then Scorpio, then Taurus, and then you guys can call the order for the rest of the signs. We've got Leo, Libra, Sag, Cap, and Aqua that still need to go. All right, so let's see what's going on with Cancer. Cancerian energy, sun, moon, rising. Any other significant Cancerian placements that you may have, or just simply the house that Cancer rules for you in your birth chart, right? This may be significant to that area of your life. In this beautiful, divine, timeless moment, catching this. What is Cancer, Cancerian energy need to know, please, Spirit? What do they need to know? Ooh. The Two of Cups just fluttered up and went back in the deck. You might have a soulmate. Maybe the Lover's card came out. That's a big soulmate. Let's see. All right, clarities, please. I like the way it started. Cancer, if you're single, you are so fucking happy single. You're sovereign as hell. Sovereign as hell. Ten of Coins is on the top of the deck. Knight of Swords is on the bottom. Ooh, and the Emperor was under that. All right. Cancer ain't fucking playing. All right, Cancer. So the Ten of Coins, we've got family energy. We've also got the white dog. So innocent, pure connections, loyalty, right? Camaraderie. We've got the King of Cups underneath of that. So, I mean, you're definitely creating a solid living environment, especially if your emotional well-being is important to you, right? We've got the Nine of Coins that comes out clarified by the Ten of Cups. So when I say you're happy as fuck on your own, you're really fucking happy on your own. Even if you're with people, right? Or in some kind of dynamic with someone else, like you're sovereign. Their mood, their choices, their actions, their behavior is not affecting you and your mental or emotional or physical or financial state at all. You are sovereign. No one else's mood is affecting yours. I think that you are genuinely with people who hold compassion for whatever it is that you have been through, including yourself. Like if you're a Cancer rising and this is your house of self, your first house, I think you are holding some serious compassion for yourself. I think you've been through a lot, but you are happy and fulfilled in your own energy. Then we've got Temperance with the Five of Wands. And this is you alchemizing the inner conflict, right? Alchemizing the dynamic shifts between you and your outer experience. I think you definitely have someone in your reality who you feel like you are battling or are up against. But you being in your power like this, your mind is being strategically defensive. I'm being drawn to the Mercurial energy and the Pallas Athena energy that's on her robes here. Because Pallas, right, in astrology is a goddess of war, but she's defensive. She's not like Aries, the god of war, where it's offensive. It's defensive strategy. It always reminds me of that movie 300, right, where the 300 went up against the whole Persian army and, you know, came out of it because of the defensive strategy that they had. It didn't matter what they were up against because they had the high ground. They had this, you know, one path to get through, and they guarded that path, right? Like, this is the road to get to me. I'm not coming out there and playing on your field, right? I'm not going to play your games, right? This is my life. This is where I'm at, and I'm going to stay right here. And if you want to play by my rules and my game, then you can play my game, but I'm going to win, right? Like, them's the rules. Them's the rules. I win, right? Then we've got the Lover's card clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So whether you are marrying yourself and creating a very new, beautiful, natural foundation, or you're, unbeknownst to you, partnering with someone, right? Because this is still in this kind of twilight dusk energy. You might be partnering up with somebody and not realize it yet. And a new beginning is at play, especially because, you know, present day and actual time, Mercury's going retrograde in a couple weeks. And I think because you have Mercury popping up on your cards twice, that your Mercury placement may be really significant, especially if it's a Mercury in Gemini, or a Mercury in Cancer, right? But I feel like you're starting something new. And I feel like you're holding a lot of gratitude for spirit, right? This 3 of Cups with the 6 of Swords. The 3 of Cups in this phase deals with a lot of, you know, third party energy. But here, it's between you and the divine. It's between you and you inside your subconscious. And I think you're moving out, right? I think you're moving out of this realm of desire to connect with spirit and into the light of day where you're manifesting and co-creating with spirit. You're definitely closing some kind of cycle, right? 3 and 6 is 9. That's closure. You're ending a cycle of conflict, right? Being inside your sovereignty, you're ending a cycle of conflict. You're alchemizing, you're leveling up, and you're healing. And I think you're seeing things in the long run more clearly. And I think you holding gratitude for growth, gratitude for the healing, is what's really going to push you that momentum into whatever is coming. Okay. I think you're surrounded by good people. And those good people are essentially keeping the devil at bay. They're allowing you time to rest and manifest so that you don't have to fight anymore, so that you can kind of start this authentic path, loving yourself, right? They're helping carry some of that load, because otherwise I think it would be a lot more stressful on you, you know, if you didn't have the support system that you have in place outside of whatever was previously causing you conflict. Because as of right now, I think you might be dealing with some residual energy, because it just popped up in that 5 of Wands. It's kind of residual energy, but you yourself have completely moved on from something. You're like a butterfly, you know, you're not the caterpillar or the chrysalis right now. You're in your butterfly stage. And you're finding a lot of gratitude. And it's moving you forward. It's that vibration of gratitude that's going to seriously move you forward faster than you may think. Just wait until your season rolls around, Cancer. Because I think you're going to have a lot manifest come Cancer season. Good for you, right? Good for you, Cancer. You're in your boss bitch energy. Definitely taking yourself into consideration always, as you should. As you should. All right, we're going to move into Virgo, then Scorpio, then Taurus. And you guys can still call Leo, Libra, Sag, Cap, or Aqua. All right, Virgo. Spirit, what is going on for Virgo and the Virgo collective, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, any significant Virgo placement, or just simply the house that Virgo rules for you in your birth chart. This reading may be significant specifically to that house, the house, that area of life that it rules. What is going on for Virgo? Virgoian energy at this beautiful, divine, timeless moment at your 𝐤𝐞𝐫𝐞. What is going on with Virgo? Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups. I'm a Cancer, Moon, and Rising myself. Y'all know me if you know me. Leo, then Sag, then Aqua. All right. Give me one more. And clarities. Oh, Virgo. Definitely clarities. Let's see. Give me one more. All right, two more. Virgo. I think, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Seven of Wands is on top. And the Four of Cups is on bottom. Okay. I think ultimately, Virgo, you are standing up for yourself and getting on that ship that sailed. I think you're leaving the Four of Cups behind. I think a part of you, in regards to whatever this is saying, fuck this. Okay? Fuck this. We've got the Eight of Wands with the Two of Swords, right? That's where the cards on the board start. Eight of Wands with the Two of Swords. And I think that you know, or are getting those pings from Spirit, that you are at a choice point. And you might not know what to do. You might feel like you're up against a rock and a hard place. Because on one hand, I think whatever your wish fulfillment is, you either have someone in the way, or the wish that you think you want is causing you a lot of irritation, frustration, or you're arguing to get your wish, right? There might be conflict with other people trying to get your wish fulfilled. And I think a part of you might initially be a little stubborn. And trying to endure it. But it's depressing to endure it. It's almost like you're having a hard time connecting with how do I want to word that? You're having a hard time connecting with people or situations that support you. And then the Tower hits. And then the Tower hits and it comes out with the 10 of Wands and the reverse and the Knight of Coins in the reverse. And I think that is your fuck it moment. This shit is too fucking heavy. This shit is not making any progress. It's too fucking slow. It's not even fucking moving. It's like trying to watch a rock grow. You know, I'm trying to watch it grow. And it's just not changing. Right? The rock is not fucking changing. It's like that kind of energy. And I think at some point, you're like, this is way too fucking heavy. Everybody out. Right? Everybody get the fuck out. The Tower hit. Everybody get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. My life, my space, my house, my job, whatever the fuck it is. Like, get out. Out. You're fired. You know, like whatever role they play in your life, you're like, you're fired. You're firing people. You're dismissed. Yeah, you're like, the ship is right there. The ship is right there. It's not going to be there forever. And either I'm going to get on the ship and I'm going to sail away into the sunset, into a whole new world in reality, or I'm going to miss the ship. Right? And I'm going to be in that emotionally stuck Four of Cups energy, sitting on the beach, watching everybody else make progress while I'm over here staring at fucking rocks that don't grow, right? Metaphorical rocks, right? People and situations that don't fucking grow. I think you're over it. I think you have a certain wish fulfillment. I think you've endured a lot. I think you know you have to make a choice. I think the longer you put off the choice, the worse it gets, the sadder or the heavier you become. To the point that you're just like, fuck it. Bye. 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 Oh, you don't want to say bye back? How's get the fuck out? How is here's the door. Get the fuck out. Right? It's just that kind of vibe, Virgo, that I'm getting. It's just like, I'm done. I'm done. Right? Whatever this bullshit is, whatever this, trigger is, or the source of your frustration, right? Whatever is arguing with you or making your life difficult, making your wish fulfillment difficult, you're like, I can only endure so much. I can only put up with so much before I 100% scream bullshit. For real. Hey, Sandy. Like, Virgo does a lot, right? As a sign, Virgo does a lot. They aim for perfection. They hold themselves to a really high, sometimes completely unreasonable standard of being and doing and creating. And if they can do their best to be as close to perfect as possible, they don't understand how other people can fall so fucking short. So short. Like, in Virgo's mind, how hard is it to fold the towels before you put them away? How hard is it? It takes 2 minutes to fold some towels and put them away where they're supposed to go. And you're literally just taking the pile of clean towels and shoving them in the closet and closing the door. And Virgo's like, are you serious? Like, I got to open the closet and see your laziness. It would have taken 2 minutes to fold them. Now I've got just a pile of fucking clean clothes bundled up in the cabinet. You know, like, Virgo's like, it takes 2 seconds to be better. Period. In life, it takes 2 seconds to choose better. 2 seconds to do better. Virgo's like, you can't do it. You can't be better. You can't choose it for 2 seconds. That's too much. How's this for 2? Bye. Peace. Bye. Virgo's got fucking tired of the games. Yeah. Virgo will open that door. Be like, look, it took me 2 seconds to open the door. Watch how perfect I am when I throw you out of it. Took me 2 seconds to do that. Isn't that incredible what you can do in 2 seconds? You can open a door and throw you out of it. How about that? 2 seconds. Honestly, God, I don't blame you, Virgo. You're defending yourself against this. I think you're defending yourself against the fucking anxiety. Whoever the soulmate is, they're in their shadow, right? 6 of Cups, they're in their shadow. They don't know what to fucking do, but they do. They do, but they don't, right? But they do. And you're just like, you're causing me way too much fucking anxiety, dude. Like, way too much anxiety. I don't know what the fuck to do with you. Like, you don't know what to do with yourself in your life. I don't know what to do with you being in mine. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. What am I supposed to do with this? Takes 2 seconds to take off your fucking shoes, and you're trampling through my house with your dirty ass, muddy fucking shoes, making a mess that I gotta clean up. Because you didn't take 2 seconds to take your fucking shoes off at the door. Now you're trotting mud all through my energy. 2 seconds to check yourself. Virgo's like, I'm fucking tired of cleaning up your fucking mess. I'm tired of enduring it, right? I'm tired of enduring the fucking sadness. I'm tired of enduring what feels like oncoming depression and high anxiety. Like, I don't fucking need it. Virgo said, I don't fucking need it. Virgo's like, I need you like I need a hole in the head. I need this situation like I need a hole in the head. Like, I don't fucking need it. Good for you, Virgo. You know, you pushed yourself to quite a fucking limit. But you got there. But you got there. So good for you. You're thinking about being sovereign and finding your joy. Do that. Celebrate it. Celebrate it when you do. Resurrect that beautifully healed, mysterious part of yourself, right? Alrighty. Let's get into Scorpio. Scorpio. Spirit, please, what is going on for Scorpio, the Scorpio collective, sun, moon, rising, any significant placements you have in Scorpio, or just simply the house that Scorpio rules for you? This reading might give you some insight into that specific area that house rules. All right. Let's see, what is going on with Scorpio, Scorpionic energy at this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you're catching this. What does Scorpios need to know? What do we need to know about Scorpionic energies? What's going on? What is going on with Scorp? Wow. I got quadruple 9s out here. I like that ending. All right. We've got the Seven of Swords on top and the Empress on bottom. All right. Ooh. So the Thief on the Seven of Swords, right? Underneath, I've got the Queen of Swords in the back face, the King of Coin in the back face, and the Chariot in the back face. All of their backs are to you. Huh. Scorpio, I feel like if not one person, then maybe multiple people might have ganged up on you. If not like literally together ganging up on you, then they all kind of turned their back on you at the same time, like you're the problem or something. I don't think you are. I think you're in the Empress energy. I don't think you are the quote unquote problem. I think you might be confused and having anxiety about why you're being kind of hit with an onslaught of negativity from other people, right? We've got the Nine of Swords with the Hermit, right? Double nines there, followed by the Nine of Cups clarified by the Moon. That's 9 and 18 is 9. That's double nines there. Nines clarifying nines. I think that you are wrapping up a major cycle, which is why multiple people are falling out of your life at the same time. And I think it's because they're energy thieves. I think what you wish for, truly, you have not genuinely acknowledged it yet. It's almost like having to connect the dots. Like, let's use this as an example, right? Maybe we'll use the example. Maybe you're single and you want to be in a relationship, right? Maybe you want to find your partner, your forever person. Why do you want to find your forever person? Why is it that you're wishing for a partner, right? What would a partner have to offer that you aren't creating for yourself, or feel incapable of creating it for yourself, that you would need the partner? What feeling is missing? Is it feeling loved? Is it feeling validated? Is it feeling considered? Is it feeling stability? Like, what is it that is behind the desire? I wish I had my partner, right, or my forever person. It's like, maybe you need to consider yourself more in relationships. Maybe you need to create some kind of stability for yourself in your life, or more of it, right? Or maybe a new path of manifestation. Maybe the people that were stealing your energy, or are stealing your energy as of current, right? Maybe you need to consider yourself more and realize that these people are energy thieves, right? That you deserve to receive. You are the Empress. You do deserve to receive, but receiving starts with your own choices. You can only receive that which you choose. So if you choose energetic thieves, people that play mind games, people that deceive or lie or omit, choosing to deal with them is choosing to receive the thievery, right? And maybe you do need to take yourself into more consideration, because, you know, what you desire is pretty telling about where you feel you lack. And maybe you haven't made that connect yet. I feel like whatever it is. And, you know, we follow the quadruple nines with the Eight of Swords and the Lover's card. I think a part of you, being on the topic of love, might feel trapped from partnership. Like partnerships out there, and you've been tied up and caged over here. And I think the divine sees, right? Because the Eight of Swords, you can easily get out of it, right? That's the whole point of the Eight of Swords. The ropes are there, but they're not tied that tight. They're pretty dang loose, and you can kind of just shake them off, you know? I mean, the sword is half in your hands. It's right there. You just got to wield it. And I think it's that disconnect between you and your truth that is making you feel like you're stuck here by yourself, and whatever you desire is out there. I think once you free yourself, and that sword is loose, because in the back of the Justice card, the sword is right there. It comes out with the sun. Justice is clarified by the sun. It's like, why fear crossing the river when the river's not that deep? Even if the river is so wide, it's not that deep. You could easily walk across it. You don't need a bridge. You don't need a boat. You don't need a lifesaver. You just need to trust that you can get to the other side. And I think that when you maybe stop focusing on what isn't fair and just focus on the truth that you're feeling about the reality that you've chosen to create. And the thieves, you know, the energy thieves, the thought thieves, right? The people who live in your head rent free, who pop up and try and steal your energy, your power. I think when you stop focusing on what is not fair, or focusing on, you know, how you're over here and what you want is out there somewhere over there, you're not allowed to have it. I think you are more than allowed to have it. I think it's just a matter of getting in touch with your truth first. You know, like connecting those dots. Well, why do I want this? Why do I want it in someone else? Because I feel like I don't have it. Okay. Well, what do I not have? What am I not giving to myself? Is it compassion? Is it telling me that I'm beautiful and loving me as I am? Am I having a hard time with that? Even though I've told myself a million times I know I'm beautiful and I'm lovable and all of these things, like no matter how many times I tell myself that, am I really having a hard time believing it, right? That I'm still seeking that outer validation from outside of myself. I think when it clicks, it's going to click. And when it does click and you start wielding that truth, you're going to light up, right? Like the sun, light up. And you're going to cross that river, and you're going to be in a whole new world, you know, like it's a whole new reality. You know, rivers are natural dividing lines. You know, if you think about the Mississippi River, it defines states, right? States are on one side of the river, and then another state's on the other side of the river, right? It's no different with the Delaware River, right? You got New Jersey on one side of the river, and you got Pennsylvania on the other side of the river, right? It's that defining boundary. I think that you have to cross this boundary and move into a whole different energetic reality where you've got thieves on one side the allowing of thieves on one side, and the freedom from thieves on the other. I think you're the Empress and you deserve to receive. You just have to remember that you are receiving what you're choosing. You're receiving what you're choosing. The choice is yours always. The choice is yours always. Go listen to that song by Stick Figure called Choice is Yours. It's a great song. I love Stick Figure. But yeah, I think the choice is yours. And I think you need to take it easy. I think you need to take it easy on yourself. Venture into new energetic territory. I love you, Lisa. Have a good night. Glad you resonated. You're most welcome. Divine time always, right? Divine time always. All right. We're going to get into Taurus. Taurus, then Leo, then Sag, then Aqua, and then we'll figure out Libra or Capricorn. All right, so Spirit, please, what is going on with Taurus? Taurian energy, the house that Taurus rules for you, right? Sun and rising. If you have any significant Taurian placements, definitely the house that Taurus rules. It may give you some insight into that specific area of your life, right? The area that house rules. So let's see what is going on with Taurus. Taurian energy. This beautiful, divine, timeless moment that y'all are catching this. What is going on with Taurus? What is going on with Taurus? I'm not going to lie, Taurus, I'm getting this feeling of someone like backing you into a corner. What's going on? What's going on with Taurus? Hierophant came out, your card, first card out. Came out with the Tetragrammaton side of the card in the back face. Clarities, please. Ooh. I'm getting that visualization from the Lion King where Mufasa is in the sky and he's like, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Top of the deck is the moon. Maybe super significant if you're a Taurus moon. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. All right. So Taurus, I got your energy out here. I've got Gemini out here. And I've got Pisces out here. I've also got some strong earth energy. And strong water in general. I think you're irritated. Hey, Christina. I think you're irritated, Taurus, because there are certain things that you might sense but don't definitively know. And or you're irritated because you know someone is keeping you in the dark, or you know that they're keeping something from you. They're trying to make it so that you can't see what's really going on, but you sense it. And it's frustrating for you because it's almost like, in a very, small kind of example, when we ask somebody, oh, how are you? And they're like, I'm fine. And they're not fine, but they're not disclosing why they're not fine, right? They're not opening up to you. And it's irritating because maybe you want to help them, but they're not letting you in. It's the same kind of vibration, but I think it's on a bigger scale and a completely different regard, right? There is something that you're sensing and someone's like, oh no, everything is great, or everything is wonderful, or everything is this, or I love you so much. And you're just like, why are you bullshitting me? I know you're not being honest with me. Like, what are you hiding? I think you are in the process of protecting your magic, especially if you're like a Gemini rising and you've got Taurus in your 12th house, especially with the Piscean energy on the board. I think that you might be in a place where you're learning to become the person that you needed as a child. Remember who you are, right? Remember who you are. Inside of your adult self, there is a child self. And I think that you need to be the kind of person that you needed as a child for yourself. I think that something is making you grossly unhappy. Grossly unhappy. I say that because we've got the 8 of Cups and it's clarified by the 10 of Cups in the reverse. And it's the inner child, right? The inner child is sitting there. It's not the adult walking away. It's the inner child who is sitting looking at the cups, feeling unfulfilled and wishing for better. I think you might be realizing that whatever you are dealing with, especially in this particular house, right, your Taurian ruled house, you are grossly unhappy. And tired, right? The 4 of Swords comes out next with the Lover's card. And I think you're tired of the people that you've decided to hold hands with that have these masks on, right? And it's almost like the angel, right? The divine is like, don't you see that? Like that they're wearing a mask and you're wearing a mask because they're pretending that everything is okay and you're buying this bullshit. Like, you're wearing a mask too. Like, you're not happy. You're clearly not happy, but you're going along with it still. Like, you're frustrated and you might be keeping that hidden, right? The 2 of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, like you could even be putting on this show like you've got it all together. or you have all this resource, right? You're putting on this show like I have all this resource. See what I have, see what I'm capable of, right? Look at this manifestation. But who or whatever you are tied to is making you really unhappy. Like, you are capable of so much. You have so much to offer. And your heart hurts. Like, if you didn't feel your parents listen to you as a kid, the people you're around now, you feel like they don't listen. And you're trying to get them to listen. To show that they love you, right, would mean to listen. That's how they could show you that they love you, right? Because they listen. But if your parents didn't listen to you and now you're manifesting people in your life who still don't listen to you, then what do you need to be for your inner child that needed to be listened to? You need to listen to you, and you are not happy with these people who don't listen to you, and maybe you need to start listening to yourself. Do you really need these people who don't listen to you? Can you manifest people who do listen to you instead? Right? As an example. I think you're trying to showcase the valuable resource that you are. And you're surrounded by a manifestation of your own choosing, right? That doesn't see it, doesn't value it. And I think you might be keeping how frustrated you are hidden. How sad you are hidden. Like, if you checked in with your child self and where your child self saw you at this age, where did your 10-year-old self think you would be right now at your current age? Where did your 10-year-old self see you? Why aren't you there? Is it because you didn't listen to your inner child along the way? Right? Because right now, your inner child is fucking miserable. And you're not listening. You're tired. You're committed to these masked people. And you're putting on a show, a showcase of your value. And people are just blowing it off. Like, it's a cheap show. It's not as valuable as you think, Taurus. Right? And that's the way they're coming at you. Like, you're putting on this grand show and they're like, it's a cheap show. It's not even really worth donating some extra spare change to. Right? Like, if you think about street performers, you might be putting on a show worthy of Madison Square Garden, but they're looking at you like you're on the street doing a fucking juggling act. I'll throw a couple pennies in your cup. Maybe. You're putting on the performance of a life, of your life. And they're just like, yeah, whatever. It's just Taurus. And you're just like, you don't see it. You're not hearing it and witnessing it and appreciating it and in awe of all that I am capable of creating to share with you, right? I'm creating this experience to share with you all. I'm putting on this performance so that you guys can enjoy it. At least let me know you're enjoying it. At least reciprocate, you know, like something for my time and energy to show me that you appreciate it. And they're just like, oh, well, I guess I could at least enjoy the show, but I'm not going to really show Taurus that. They might actually expect me to give them something. So they're devaluing you. You're not as good as you think, Taurus. Keep trying harder. Keep performing. Virgo actually had a similar reading, if you really think about it. Because Virgo said, fuck this bullshit. Christina. Virgo said, fuck this. But I think Taurus needs to get to that place, right? Kind of where Virgo is. Like, Taurus being a fixed sign is really stubborn. They are. Anybody who has ever been involved with Taurus, they know. Like, Taurus will endure some brutal shit because they're the bull and they have that endurance quality. They can carry a lot, right? They can carry really heavy loads for long periods of time. But just because Taurus can carry it doesn't mean they should have to. And Taurus is enduring it. And people are letting them perform this beautiful performance and act of giving and creating, but they're treating him like it's just a fucking monkey performance, like clowns at the circus. And Taurus is like, do you not see all that I do? Do you really not see all that I do? And they're like, no, not really. Like, you might have my attention for a minute, but I don't see it. You know, a great example would be like a Taurus who cleans their home and they do the laundry and they get the dishes done and they set the table and they make dinner and, you know, they vacuum and they Windex the mirrors and they clean the sink and the tub and the house is sparkling clean. And, you know, if Taurus wasn't there, it wouldn't be that clean. And no one is appreciating Taurus or thanking them for cleaning it or, you know, saying, hey, like, you did all of that today. Like, why don't I take you out to dinner or something? Or why don't we order out so that you don't have to cook, you know, so you don't have any pots and pans to do since you just cleaned the whole kitchen. You know, like, no one is saying anything to Taurus or acknowledging all that they did. It's not like they just did the dishes. They cleaned the whole goddamn house and it's sparkling and it smells nice and there's candles lit and they're just walking in the door, taking off their shoes, bitching about their fucking day. And you're just like, you're not even acknowledging all the effort that I put in to make your day better when you walked in the door so that you didn't walk into a dirty house, so that you don't go to bed on dirty sheets. You know, like Taurus is like, where's the thank you for making the home a peaceful haven? You know what I mean? Taurus is like, you're not even paying attention to what I'm doing. You don't value it. Watch what happens when Taurus moves out and the house goes to shit. Who's going to take that trash out now? You know, like, that's the energy. That's the energy. Really, Taurus. Be the person you needed as a child. You needed someone with their priorities straight. Hop into those shoes. Be the person who has their priorities straight, you know? You only get this lifetime once. Don't waste it cleaning for people, you know, that don't fucking see or appreciate the fact that you done did all that. Metaphorically speaking. All right. We're going to get into Leo. Getting into Leo. Leo energy. Sun, moon, rising, any significant Leo placements, or just simply the house that Leo rules for you. This reading might give you some insight into that specific area of your life that Leo as your house ruler rules. Okay? What is going on for Leo at this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you are catching this? What is going on with Leo? What is going on with Leo? Ooh, Leo. Leo. Clarities, please. We've got the Chariot on top. So you also may have stronger, significant Cancerian placements. And we've got the Two of Cups on bottom. You may also be dealing with someone who has strong or significant Cancer energy in their chart. I've also got Libra out here. And if you're dealing with a Libra, get away from them. Get away from them. Get away from them. They came out with this energy. Empress reversed, Tower reversed, Queen of Cups reversed. Get away from them. Leo, you have a soulmate that's unrecognized. Both of these cards are in the nighttime. Okay? You haven't acknowledged this person yet. Someone with very strong, caring, consideration, compassion, empathy, someone very emotionally connected with you, someone who you probably feel at real ease around or did, right? This is a soulmate that is extremely healing for you, extremely healing for you. They have not been acknowledged. You might have put them on the back burner or don't consider them a soulmate for whatever reason. Like they could be, let's just say you don't necessarily identify as someone who likes the same gender. Maybe they are the same gender. Maybe they are the perfect soulmate or perfect companion for you, but you're not looking at them like that because, you know, you're attracted to the opposite sex. It could be a big age gap, right? Whatever it is, right? Maybe they're not your type. Maybe you have a certain type and they're not your type. Maybe they speak a different language, right? And you're like, well, we have a language barrier, right? There's some reason why you've blinded yourself to whoever the soulmate is, that they have gone unrecognized. I feel like we have the 5 of Wands with the Page of Coins. So you are seriously conflicted internally about starting something new. You might not be a huge fan of the idea of change. You may have chosen a specific path, and the path that you've chosen is 10 of Swords, 10 of coins. So I think that, you know, coins, the 10 of coins can be the family, it could be work or business, it could be someone, you know, it could be the family that you're choosing versus the family that you were born into, right? It could be the family that you've chosen or are, you know, pending, right? Maybe they're pending. You want them to fill that role and be the family that you've chosen, and maybe they're not quite on board. We've got the 7 of Swords with the Ace of Cups. Stolen love. Stolen. And you've got a strong chemical, like chemistry connection with someone. The Queen of Wands, but they're in the back face, and that's what that Libra Justice card is clarifying. They're clarifying the back-faced Queen of Wands. And then that Justice card came further clarified by the Queen of Cups reverse, the Empress reverse, and the Tower reverse. Oof. Like dropping this person would be dodging a bullet. I think that you're conflicted about starting the path you need to start with the soulmate on the bottom of your deck, that Chariot energy. I think you're conflicted about starting that new beginning with them. And so you're sticking with what you know. And when you stick with what you know, you sabotage the fuck out of yourself, get robbed of love, and end up with some very selfish CUNT of a person who just fucking takes all of your emotional energy. They do not love you. Whoever is familiar, especially if they got fucking Libra in their chart, they've got you Venusian tied, like, oof. That is fucking brutal. Leo, that's fucking brutal. I think a part of you is really curious about the soulmate that you've taken out of consideration for whatever reason, or you're not open to it for whatever reason. I think the fact that you're letting that drop off and moving in the direction of what is familiar, you are going to get betrayed. Betrayed. I think they're in it for the money. I think they're in it because they know you love them and you're pouring and pouring and pouring for them. And they are arrogant and full of themselves and feel entitled. It's like the sense of entitlement. It's fair that they take from you. It's almost like a gold digger who's really fucking beautiful and they feel entitled to all your money just because they're pretty. right? It's like that kind of energy. Or on the flip side, if you want to gender reverse it, it would be no different than a man, you know, providing all of the financial stability or providing all of the money for a date or putting out financially and then expecting the woman to sleep with them. It's like, if you wanted me to sleep with you because you paid money for something, go buy yourself a prostitute. Like, that's not me. You know, like, I'll sleep with you if I'm in the mood, if I want to, you know, but I'm not going to feel obligated to sleep with you just because you paid for something, you know, like, that's not the way it works. But I think you are in the vicinity of someone who feels really fucking entitled, and they're stealing all of your financial resource, all of your emotional love and energy. They're just fucking tanking it. They're tanking it. They feel entitled to it. They didn't earn it. They didn't earn it. They don't deserve it. No, Leo. No. They do not deserve it. They do not deserve it from you. They haven't earned it from you. What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? You have someone who views themselves in a position of status or power, who is receiving a whole lot from you. And they have not earned it, nor do they deserve it. And they are betraying you, sabotaging you, stabbing you in the back, lying to you. Lying. Taking your kindness for weakness, straight up. And I think that it's just because you're lying to yourself about the soulmate, the one that you've written off or discluded for whatever reason. Whoever that other person is your person. That is your person. The person you are meant to move on divine path with. That is your highest path, your divine path and partner. And you're lying to yourself, thinking they are not the one when they are. So if you're lying to yourself, you're manifesting liars. If you're denying yourself fulfillment and robbing yourself of fulfillment, you have people who are robbing you of all of your energy. They're robbing you of your fulfillment. You're going to really need to follow your intuition with this one, Leo. And choose the side of whoever that soulmate is. Like, you might not know where it's meant to go, but you know you're meant to be close to them. And so get yourself close to them. Get yourself fucking close to them. I don't know how else to tell you. You know, like, you might not know they're your forever person yet, but you are meant to be close to them, and that's what you're feeling and sensing. So let yourself be close to them. And don't try and figure it all out, you know, like, just accept this is where you're being pulled intuitively and go in that direction instead of trying to force familiarity and ending up Schitt's Creek with no fucking paddle and a hole in the boat. You know, like, damn. I'll keep you in my prayers, Leo, because that whatever road you're choosing is not fun. It is not a happy road. It is not an abundant road. It's not a peaceful road. It's let me hang myself out to fucking dry and bleed for whoever this person is. It's like, what are you doing? Like I said, if it's a Libra, run away from them. You got a Cancer in your life, go be with the Cancer. If they got strong Cancer in their chart, go be with the Cancer. Because it is not the Libra. Ooh. No. No. All right. Sag. It's your turn. Timestamp for Sag. All right. Sagittarius. Sun, moon, or rising. Any significant Sagittarius placements in your chart, or just simply the house that Sagittarius rules for you. This reading might give you insight into that specific area of your life that house, that Saggy house, rules over. So let's see what is going on within the Sag collective at this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you are catching this. What do we need to know about Sag? All right, Sag. Clarities, please. Give me two more. You got a friend in me. Do, 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 do. You got a friend in me. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you got a friend in me. We've got the Knight of Coins on top and the Queen of Cups on bottom. All right. Did I say the Queen of Coins? Queen of Cups. That's what I meant. Queen of Cups might have some fucking coin. Let's see. Sag. Looking at the top and bottom of your deck, we've got the Hermit underneath the top of your deck with the Knight of Coins. I feel like you've gone through a very long, slow healing process. I think you have or are finally coming out of it. Finally coming out of it. I think you're holding that great big love cup for yourself. If you're not in a relationship, you are ready for one. Let that be your divine confirmation. If you didn't know if you were quite ready yet or not, you are. And I think it's been a long process. But whatever needed to click, I think you got it. I think you got it. I think you have mastered a kind of depth of love for yourself. Sitting on the throne of emerald, right? Heart chakra stone. Bare feet, bare feet to the earth. You're grounded. And I think you're emotionally grounded. You're emotionally matured and calm. I think when it comes to work and or the home, if not both, you're being really strong. I think that you're speaking up more in regards to the home or regards to work. I think that you do have someone in your life who showcases a lot of loyalty to you. They might not be necessarily on your intelligence level, or they might not be educated in some of the things that you are educated in, that you've mastered, you know, between you and you. But there is a hell of a lot of love there. I think your mind and heart are in alignment to manifest something big, right? The 10 of coins is it's a big manifestation. It's a final manifestation, like what you've been building towards for forever. It could feel like there's finally some kind of manifestation to it. The Page of Cups in the back face with the Ace of Cups in the front face. It might have been slow coming in, but the sea turtle is reminding me of the Gulf Stream, like the current. And I think it's something you can't see with it being in the nighttime. Someone may be coming through with some kind of apology, and it took some aligning and some speed, divine speed, to get them to where you are. Whether you know them or not, because you might not know them, but it just took a lot of divine alignment to get them where you are on your level. We got the Hanged Man in the reverse with the 9 of Wands in the back face. This is what prompted, you know, the Toy Story song. I feel like you are not stuck. Matter of fact, you are so not stuck that you're seeing right through the temptation to go back into a victim mindset or a victim manifestation. You're like, not today, Satan, right? The 7 of Swords comes in the reverse with the Death card in the reverse. It's almost as if you've breathed new life into yourself, Sag. Like you refuse to be stolen from. You refuse to be lied to, which means you're not lying to yourself and you're not stealing from yourself and saying it's okay when it's not. You know what I mean? And if the past is trying to creep up on you, like, Sag, we're not done. Sag, we're not done. Don't you know I have all this love for you? Don't you know I'm sorry? Don't you know? And you're like, you're in the past for a reason. And if you were in the past before and you're trying to resurface now like it's not over, I think if I gave you another chance, you would prove to me that it is. I feel like Sag is on the brink of a major manifestation which might be bringing the past forward to try and take it from you, to keep you from it, or make it miserable and ruin it. And you're like, not today. Maybe Sag has already given enough good days to someone. The Sag is unwilling to be the victim, and they're identifying the temptation to go back into the dark cave, right? To get lost in the tunnels and the caverns with said person. Someone who wants to receive from Sag, but has no business receiving anything from Sag. I think Sag is relationship ready. I think it's been a long time coming. I think you are on the brink of a major manifestation. I think that if someone apologizes to you, you damn deserve the apology. But you're not moving forward with them. Like, thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank you for letting me know you're sorry. You wish you had done things different. I accept your apology. But I'm not moving forward with you. I'm not going to be stolen from, right? A second time or a third time or fourth time, whatever. So just like, you already stole my good energy once. Shame on you. It's not going to be twice, and shame on me. Like, you already showed me who you were with me. So respectfully, like, I accept your apology. I receive it with love. I receive it with gratitude. I wish you nothing but the best. But I don't wish to be with you. Right? Yeah, Sag is like, not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. Sag, that Hanged Man in reverse. You see the temptation into shadow real clearly. You can smell the shadow on people. You can smell the shadow on people. Like, they've got that stink. They've got that dark stink. You're just like, no. Like, thank you. Like, thank you for acknowledging how clean my energy was, but you stink and you got to go. Like, you know? Sag is on the brink of a major manifestation, something they've probably wanted for a very long time and worked hard to achieve. You may also have stronger significant Scorpio placements or be dealing with a Scorpio just because of the cards that came out, right? With that death card. You may also be dealing with someone who has stronger significant Pisces, right? Water heavy. All right, we're going to move into Aquarius. Aquarius. You guys let me know, Libra or Capricorn next. Otherwise, I'm going to default to Libra. What is going on with Aqua? Aquarian placement, sun, moon, rising, any other significant Aquarian placement in your chart, or just simply the house that Aquarius rules for you, right? This reading may resonate to the area of life that your Aquarian house rules. So let's see what's going on in this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you are catching this. What is going on with Aqua? What is in our highest good to know? For Aqua. What is going on? Clarities, please. Top of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter energy, Sag energy, Pisces energy. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. All right. Aqua, either you are owed an apology or you owe one, with the Page of Cups being on the bottom, with the Wheel of Fortune being on top. Wisdom is pointing you in the direction of loyalty and judgment. I'm hearing wisdom is pointing you in the direction of judgment. And it's like a court ruling. Maybe literally it might be divine, like a divine ruling. But it's also giving me like major Anubis kind of energy where like you're leaving one way of life and needing to transition into the next dimension, right? The next level, the next part of your life, the next chapter. I feel like Aqua. First card out was the Seven of Swords. It came out with the King of Cups in the reverse. You may be lying about your feelings, or someone else is lying to you about theirs. Okay. I'm more inclined to say it's you. If you're dealing with someone else who also has strong Aqua in their chart, you might both be lying to each other about how you feel. There could also be some kind of secreted or omitted discussion about feelings. Or even denial that you or someone else is or was emotionally immature and not ready. for whatever dynamic you shared with them, right? No matter what the dynamic ship was, whatever the relationship was, whether it's a romantic relationship, a familial relationship, a friendship, right? A work relationship, right? It could be any kind of dynamic ship that you have with someone else. But the baseline is that you and or them were not emotionally ready at the time. Very emotionally immature and closed off to what real loving relationship dynamics are. But the Fool and the Six of Swords in this particular phase, given they're both moving in the same direction, but it's almost like you need to go back and look at your past in order to move forward into your future. A part of you may want to go back or rewind the issue I'm having. A lot of these cards are in the nighttime. Like this is in the nighttime. 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 This is the daylight reversed. This is in the nighttime, right? All of these nighttime cards, which means a lot of this is buried in your subconscious. It's things you're thinking about, but you're not necessarily acting on. You're thinking about how you deceived yourself or how others deceived you. You're thinking about your own emotional immaturity and how you attracted emotionally immature people because of it. You're thinking about rewinding and potentially lighting something up, right? One of your light cards is the Fool, but it's in the past. You're thinking about going backwards. But this is the block. The King of Pentacles with the Emperor. Arrogance over money. Or money motives. Trying to control. With money that might not even be manifested because they're both in the night. It's almost like I'll give an example. It would be like someone promising a rich and wealthy life if they were to be your partner, right? If you're with me, you'll have all the money in the world, but not because I'm rich. My parents are rich. And it's like, okay, so you're promising me all this wealth, but you don't actually have any. Your parents have all the money and all the wealth. And you're like, yeah, but I'm going to inherit all their money and when they die, and it's like, okay, but they're not dead. And they don't necessarily like giving you their money, but you're carrying yourself in a way that exudes like you have it, but you don't. The King of Pentacles and the Emperor clarifying in the night. It's almost like you're trying to wear a suit that doesn't belong to you. If I'm going to be real honest, Aqua, you're trying to put on this costume and it's not becoming. It's a character you're playing. It's not you, though, is what it comes down to. Right? Example aside, you're putting on a costume. You're putting on a character and playing a character, but it's not really you. It's not reality. It's a character in a play, you know, like it doesn't make sense. And then you get this Ace of Cups with the Four of Cups, and you lose the Ace of Cups, right? The Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. You're losing the Ace. It's almost like you have falsely defined yourself and are living inside that false definition. And that false definition is robbing you of love. You're missing it. You're missing out on love because of this need to control wearing whatever costume you're wearing. Like the King of Coins in this deck is a prick. Okay? And the Emperor is clarifying. So it's like the prick put on the Emperor's clothes. I was like, I'm an emperor. See? I'm an emperor. I'm wearing emperor clothes. Treat me like an emperor. Respect me like an emperor. Allow me to control life like an emperor. But really, I'm just a prick with unmanifested reality. And I don't know if it's you, Aqua, or someone you're dealing with, but someone's got a fucking ego on them that needs a reality check. Like, you are not all that in a bag of chips, sweetheart. Like, someone is not all that in a bag of chips. Like, they're putting all of this energy into looking like they're some grand whatever. But their actions aren't adding up. And everybody can tell it's a costume. Everybody can tell it's a costume. That's not who you are. It's like new money hanging out around old money, and all the old money knows they're fucking new money. They could smell the new money on them. They're not old money. They're new money. And all the old money families who all have been old money together for years, you know, are looking at this new money person, and they're like, yeah, you ain't even going to hold on to that money. You're going to blow through that money. You might have money now. You're not going to have money later. You're not old money. You're stupid money. You know what I mean? And it's like people are seeing right through it. Like, you can wear a 𝐚𝐾 Kors bag and a 𝐚𝐾 Kors purse, but don't act like you can afford it on an everyday basis. You done sold your arm and leg for that bag and jacket or whatever the fuck. You know? Like, people can smell the falsity. You're really busy trying to convince yourself that you are something that you are not. You're not. I think that are you capable of actually being what you are parading around as? Yeah, you're capable of becoming it, sure. But you're not there yet. And it's not a fake it till you make it. It's needing to reality check yourself, you know, and like coming out of almost like the delulu of pretending. Because I feel like that's it. I think a part of you is kind of buying your own delulu. And everybody else sees right through the delulu. And you don't understand how come they're not buying it. You know, like, you think you're so convincing. And yet they're seeing you for where you are. and success, like changing your life, turning the wheel of fortune to you. It's like having to face the storm, you know, having to carry the spiritual weight and learn to build, right? Learning to spiritually build and facing the storm and kind of facing the goddess within, you know, so that you can move forward. So that you can move forward and heal. I think Aqua wants the goal without doing the work. All of it. Like, the work is not done. Your divine task here to heal is not complete. And I know that's kind of like maybe not the reality check you were hoping for when you tuned in, but maybe it's the one you needed. Like, pretending is not easier. Putting on the costume and pretending and hoping people buy it and not understanding why they're not is causing you more delays than you realize. You're missing opportunities for love. You're missing opportunities for overflow with the universe because you're not willing to face the storm and make the radical changes that need to be made to see yourself in the mirror the way you really need to see it and acknowledge it for what it is, you know, like it's kind of like Drake. Like, if you think about it, no matter how great Drake thinks he is, Kendrick ran the fucking floor with him. It was like, you ain't shit, bro, and everybody sees it. You can't tell anybody that you're the greatest. You know, you can pretend all you want, but we all see you're not. You know, it's like that. And they sing it to you like they not like us. All right. I hope it helped. I hope it helped. You know, at the very least, I hope the reading helped. That is my intention always. Truth sets you free. Hopefully you receive it for the way it is meant to be received. Okay. All right. Libra. Libra. Libran energy. Sun, moon, rising. Any major Libra placements. And maybe just the house that Libra rules for you, right? It's going to give you insight into that specific area of your life that your Libra house rules. So let's see. What is going on, please, Spirit? With Libra and Libran energy. What do we need to know? What is in our highest good to know? Libra, someone's cross-watching you. Cross-watcher, I may be talking to you. Take it over the nights, okay? What is going on with Libra? In this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you're in us. What do we need to know about Libra, please? What do we need to know about Libra? What is going on with Libra? clarities, please. Ooh. Okay, and one more. Temperance tried to come through, went back in. Nine of coins in the back face is on the top. Knight of swords is on the bottom. Underneath that nine of coins is the four of wands and the judgment card. All right. Oh, I'm hearing that song. Excuse me, please. One more drink. Could you make it strong? 'Cause I don't need to think she broke my heart. My grace is gone. One more drink and I'll move on. I think that's Dave Matthews Band. It might be called A Grace Is Gone. Libra, I think that you have built a quote-unquote tower that you reside in, right? It is your life. It is your home. You've kind of built this quote-unquote tower. And someone is maybe trying to get through to you in dream state because they're on the ground. Like you might be up in the tower, right? You might be up in the tower receiving these messages from someone who is very much grounded, right? A peaceful energy. It could be your own, right? It may be the opposite, you know, take the reading as it resonates. But I feel as if you may be finding it really difficult to actually communicate with someone, right? This Knight of Swords is in the middle of the sky and there's storm clouds, right? Those are dark, dark clouds. And I feel as if you're trying to explain in a very matter-of-fact way to yourself, maybe to someone else, but you're trying to explain very clearly the difference between two different things or two different people. You may be juggling two different people in your mind, okay? In your mind, because that King of Swords is air. The Knight of Swords is air, right? There's a lot of mental energy with that. You might be really kind of analyzing the difference between two very different things, right? And I think you're getting these pings to move forward with the Knight of Coin, clarifying the Eight of Wands. And I feel like you don't want to miss an opportunity for your wish, right? The four of cups comes out reversed with the 9 of cups. Like you really don't want to miss an opportunity to get your wish, what you really want. But that might mean putting in the work somewhere and letting someone else go. And the thing is, that person's going to feel like the victim. They're going to come off wounded. You hurt them. You changed them. And they will not come back. Right? I think you know that you're maybe juggling 2 people at the very least inside your mind, right? If you're not unfaithful, let's just say you are with somebody and you're not unfaithful to them, literally, right? You're not cheating on them. You're not talking to anybody else, but there's someone else in your mind that you are comparing them to every day, right? It's like, you know that whoever you let go of, if they're not your wish fulfillment, right? If they're not your wish fulfillment and you let them go, they're not coming back. They're going to be bitter. They're going to be wounded. They're going to stop all journey with you. If they got kids, they're going to take the kids. Like they're out. You hurt them. That's it. However, if you weren't to choose your wish, you would be actively working towards your own wounds and you would not be able to move forward or manifest and receive what you are meant to receive with that Queen of Coin. The reversed Queen of Coin, right? With the 3 of Wands reversed, clarifying the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands, clarifying the 3 of Coin. I think you have a contract that you are meant to fulfill. And if you do not fulfill the contract, you're going to submit yourself to being a victim, right? Feeling like you can't win or have your wish or what you want. And the reality is, if you don't have your wish and what you want, it's because you simply just didn't choose it. You simply didn't choose it. I think you're getting this ping to move forward. I think you've been weighing something in your mind. Do I or don't I? Right? Whether it's comparing to people or comparing to realities to live. Like, do I want to stay where I'm at and live where I'm at and do what I do? Or do I want to move somewhere else and live somewhere else and do something else? You know, like whatever it is that you're weighing. And I think the fact that something is in your mind and you can't shake it, you need to move in that direction. You can't shake it for a reason. You can't reason yourself out of it for a reason. You're still comparing the apple to the orange for a reason. Well, the apple's good. You know, everybody loves the apple. You know, the apple keeps an apple a day, keeps the doctor away. Like, but I really want the orange. And it's so different from the apple. You know, nobody really picks the orange. You know, maybe everybody picks the apple. But I want that orange, you know, and it's like you can't get the orange out of your mind. You've got the apple in your hand, but you want the fucking orange. Like, and eating the apple is not going to kill the craving that you have for this fresh, juicy, citrusy orange. It's not going to fix it. I think whatever it is you're craving, whatever it is you're desiring from life, nothing is going to kill the craving unless you go do it or go get it or be with whoever it is or whatever it is. The only way to cure the craving, go have it. Go have it. Choose it. Choose it. Because otherwise, I see a big pity party. I see a big pity party. otherwise. You're going to be feeling sorry for yourself and bad for yourself and all this shit. And at the end of the day, Libra, if you didn't get the orange that you wanted, it's because you settled for the apple. You settled for the apple life. And I think as long as you're okay with the fact that you got to live with the choices you make, if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that. You know, if you choose the apple and settle for the apple and that's the choice you made and you can make peace with that, good for you. Great. That's what matters. Great. You made peace with it. But if you can't, then you don't get to live in peace. You get to live in disharmony. You got to make peace with it. If you can't make peace with it, then you're not going to have peace. You got to choose it. You got to choose it. You got to put in the work for it. That 3 of coins, you got to put in the work for it. All right. And last but not least, Capricorn. All right, Cap. Spirit, please. For Capricorn, Capricorn energy, Capricorn sun, moon, rising, any other significant placements that you may have in Capricorn, or just simply the house that Capricorn rules for you in your birth chart. It might give you some insight, just reading into that specific area that Capricorn rules for you. Okay? So, Spirit, what is going on with Capricorn, Capricorn energy in this beautiful, divine, timeless moment that you are catching this? What is going on with Capricorn that is in our highest good to know? What is going on with Capricorn? What is going on? Mars in Cancer could be playing a huge role as of this present moment. I've also got Taurus out here. I've got your card, the Devil, out here. I've got your card, the World, out here, because the World is Saturn. Could also be any of the fixed signs, right? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. I've got the Knight of Cups on top and the Four of Cups on bottom. You want to express some kind of feeling so badly to somebody who has their back to you or walked away from you. Lots of attraction between the two of you to each other. I don't know what happened there. I'm being nosy looking at the deck. Something about you being afraid to really express love. And when I say express love, I don't mean telling someone that you love them. I mean, like, opening yourself up to be seen in ways that you don't typically let people see you. You know, like talking about your feelings or where your feelings come from, or being open and vulnerable about what your fears are, what your challenges are, and you know, allowing someone the choice to say, okay, this is what you're capable of and I'm in, or okay, this is what you're capable of and I'm out, right? Love, expressing love, it's synonymous with truth. I feel, Kat, that you are maybe trying to get off a path of self-protection and self-preservation to where it's become a detriment. You know, like, yes, protect yourself, right? But I think that you might have taken it to an extreme level to where maybe your guard is up with people who, in order to make progress with them, they would have to have that you would have to drop the guard. You know, it's like being overprotective of yourself, self-preservation to a detriment, in that you are so afraid of being hurt that you protect yourself from people and situations that would benefit you if you weren't inside that fear state. I got the Tower here with the King of Coin. You might have a fear that you have nothing to offer. It doesn't mean you have nothing to offer. It just means what you feel you can offer doesn't meet your own expectations of what you could, should, would be able to offer. And therefore you feel like you have nothing to offer. And feeling trapped. Like you can't obtain or reach the ability to offer what you want to offer, right? Feeling trapped from it or barred from it. Like an example would be, and you could use any example, I'm just going to pull one kind of out of thin air, but it's almost like knowing you're capable of making $40,000 or $50,000 a year. And to you, that's fucking nothing. You know, you want to provide $100,000 life or $150,000 a year life, and all you've got is 40K, and you don't know how you're going to get a better job, or how you're going to move up from within, or how you're going to, you know, maybe go back to school and get a cert, you know, or a degree in something to make that kind of money. Like, you don't know how you're going to do it. And so it's like feeling like you don't have anything to offer, because what you have to offer is not what you want to be able to offer. And feeling trapped, like you can't make it happen either. right? You're stuck in this nothing that you have. We got the High Priestess with the World card. All right, Piscean energy with Saturnian energy. And that is what is going on in the present cosmos, right? Saturn's in Pisces. It's on its way out of Pisces. I feel like you may have a huge boost or huge change in the right direction once Saturn permanently finds itself out of Pisces, right? At least for the next however many years, 30 years or whatever it is. I think that you got to close the door on your fears. If you feel like you can't go back to school for whatever reason, but you want to or you need to get the lifestyle that you want, like override the fear. Close the door on fear. Look into it. See what it is going to cost you. See if you can pull it off and make it work. See if you can save some money and make it happen. If you feel like you can't move up in the job that you're in and you're stuck at making a certain amount of money and it's not what you want to make, like consider finding a different profession. Maybe go from a job to a place that you can consider a career. And it's not just a job. It's a career. They're the same thing, but they're different. I feel like you're trying to bargain with the divine and getting met with the devil. You know, like stop right there. You're trying to make these deals with the divine. Well, I'll be like this if you can do this for me, right? If you can bless me with this, I promise I'll be this way. And the devil's like, that's cute. You're trying to make deals with the divine. That's cute. And the shadow within yourself is like, no, you can't just make a deal and get out of it, right? The devil, Capricorn energy, is about work. It's about work. It's about being the fucking goat. The goat. The goat reaches the highest of heights, climbs the steepest of mountains. Like, Capricorn can reach places that other signs are not necessarily privy or natural to. I think, Cap, that you got to believe in yourself and divine alignment and trust that when you believe that it is possible is when it actually starts becoming possible. If you want to live a certain life, you got to be the goat and make that shit happen and start climbing. You know, there is no deal. There is no deal with the divine. Okay. You can't promise the divine that if they give you this person, you swear you'll quit this or quit that. Like, divine's like, I don't care if you're doing this or doing that. I don't care what you're doing. What I care about is the fact that you want something you don't have and you're not doing what you need to do to get it. Maybe you wouldn't have to make deals with me if you just did it. I think you have a real insecurity about what you bring to the table. Yeah, I think you have a real insecurity about what you bring to the table, which is either one of two things. Either what you bring to the table is more than good enough and you're viewing it as worthless, which is a problem. Or what you're bringing to the table truly is not becoming of what you could truly bring to the table, and you're selling yourself short and trying to convince others it's okay. Either way, you have to acknowledge what you bring to the table and decide whether or not it really is good enough to your standards. And if it's not, what can you do to build it? Hey, Lorraine, how are you? Yeah, I think you have to stop devaluing yourself, one, and build towards whatever it is you deem worthy of the people you want to give it to. Whether they're people in your life or who could potentially be in your life, you know? Like Cap is the breadwinner. Cap rules the 10th house, career and reputation. They are the GOAT. They're the breadwinner. I think Cap's standards are pretty high for themselves and the life they want to provide other people. And you're either going to have to acknowledge that what you bring to the table is more than good enough, or that you are good enough to get what you want to bring to the table on the table. You are good enough to bring what you want to bring to the table on the table. You are capable. Let that be your mantra, Cap. I am capable. Write it on your wrist. See it every day. I am capable. I am capable. Every day. Look in the mirror and say it to yourself. I am capable. I am capable. Have that conversation with yourself eye to eye. I am capable. And make moves. Make moves. Go listen to Cardi B, 𝐬𝐸𝐾𝐫 Yellow. Because that song just popped into my head. Fucking Cardi. All right. And that wraps it up, guys. So I hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed the readings. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy the replay, especially if it catches you in divine time now and or later. I love y'all, and I will, fingers crossed, see y'all again soon. I love you guys, and I missed you. You take care of yourselves. Bye.